episode 580 of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. It is Wrestlemania Sunday, here to wrap up this huge pro wrestling week. Gonna be talking about WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania Sunday. Championships changed hands. There was a cashing in. And the story was finished. Right here, right now, 360 Wrestling Fanatic. We are here, WrestleMania Sunday. What a huge night tonight was. What a huge weekend all together for professional wrestling. Not just WWE, but professional wrestling as a whole. It was a very, very busy weekend. On tonight's episode, though, going to be talking all about WrestleMania Sunday after, like I said, a very busy weekend for all of pro wrestling, whether you were there live in Philadelphia or watching at home like myself. Definitely was a big weekend and a big day. But let's get right into it. Talk about WrestleMania Sunday. And we kick things off with God Bless America. And I have to admit, the beginning of it, I was surprised because we saw, well, other than the Hall of Fame, of course, the first appearance in quite a while from Stephanie McMahon. Made her way out to the ring. Talked about how when she was a young girl, she was at the first WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden. And then talked about this being the first WrestleMania in the Paul Levesque era. And we start things off with our first match on WrestleMania Sunday for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defending against Drew McIntyre. Starts off a little back and forth. They go out on the floor at one time. Rollins hits a pedigree on the floor. And, I forgot to mention CM Punk on commentary for this match. And McIntyre goes over to the announce table one time, removes the panel, clears the table, and, and Rollins gets on the Spanish announce table. From there, it's the curb stomp on the table, and they get back in the ring. McIntyre hits a Claymore for a 2 count, and then another Claymore for the 1, 2, 3 to get the victory and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. And 10 minutes, 33 seconds. So new World Heavyweight Champion, Drew McIntyre. After the match, McIntyre celebrates his victory with the World Championship, goes out to the floor, goes over to CM Punk, holding the title, putting his face, sits on the announce table, then he stands up, taunting Punk this whole time, and then Punk grabs his foot, pulls it, goes, takes a back bump onto the announce table, and then he takes his brace off and starts hitting McIntyre with it. And then at this time, we hear the familiar Judgment Day theme song, and then we see none other than Senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, briefcase in hand, makes his way down to the ring, cashes in Money in the Bank, gets Drew McIntyre in the ring, hits the South of Heaven, 1, 2, 3, and the second time on WrestleMania Sunday, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. And actually, I kind of was wondering if there was a possibility we could see a cash-in. Wasn't sure which title it was going to be, but I did think of that as a possibility that we could see a cash-in here tonight. And we did. New WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. And next up is the Philadelphia Street Fight. And this match, we had a couple surprises. And on commentary, we have Snoop Dogg, and we also have a special referee, Bubba Ray Dudley. This one is the Philadelphia Street Fight, the Final Testament, Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain, with Paul Ellering and Scarlett in their corner, taking on the Pride, Bobby Lashley, and the Street Profits, with B-Fab in their corner. This one was, how can I describe it? Fun, crazy, wild. They brawled all over garbage cans, kendo sticks. Scarlett got put through a table. Bubba Ray put the Dudley glasses on. The Street Profits and Lashley did the what's up. They got the table, put Karrion Kross on the table, broke, so they got a new table, put him on that one. Then Montez Ford hit from the heavens, putting him through the table and getting the win for the Pride. 8 minutes, 34 seconds. And also, all four of them, Lashley, the Street Profits, and Bubba Ray Dudley, get the tables, of course. And also with Snoop Dogg on commentary. That was something else. And Kayla Braxton is in the back with the wise man, WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman. And now it is time for L.A. Knight. Yeah, taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles. Good match here. For a while in this one, Styles is working on the knee of L.A. Knight. And Knight gets the win with blunt force trauma, 12 minutes, 32 seconds. Alright match here. I don't know where I would rank it as the best matches of the night go, but it was pretty good. And then we see a video package focusing on the Hall of Fame, and then we get as usual, the class of this year's Hall of Fame out on the stage. And now the WWE United States Championship is on the line in a triple threat match. Logan Paul defending against Kevin Owens and the Viper Randy Orton. Logan Paul once again coming out with a mascot, a Prime Bottle mascot, and it turned out to be some guy. I don't remember what his name was. I didn't put in the notes for some reason. And I want to say Pat McAfee said that it's a streamer. I don't remember what his name is. Somebody I never heard of. Randy Orton takes him over to the announce table, gives him an RKO right on the announce table. But the finish, pretty much like I predicted this morning on Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Logan Paul sneaking out the victory to retain the United States Championship. 17 minutes, 38 seconds. Alright match. And once again, definitely gotta give Logan Paul credit. These three, I thought, had a pretty well fine match together. And to go back a little bit, Kevin Owens had like a golf cart or something, and he came out with that, drove it down the ramp, and then when it was time for Randy Orton's entrance, he backed up, kind of wasn't sure if he was gonna run Randy Orton over or not, but he told him to hop on the back, and then they both rode down together to the ring. And once again, pretty good match. Logan Paul still United States champion. WrestleMania 40 continues with the WWE Women's Championship on the line. It is Bayley challenging Io Sky. Another match I thought was very good, and is Bayley getting the win to win the Women's Championship. 14 minutes, 24 seconds. And now we have Snoop Dogg in the ring again with the Philadelphia Eagles cheerleaders and the mascot, the Eagle. And he announces the attendance. Tonight's attendance, 72,755. And overall, Saturday and Sunday, the 2-night attendance 145,420. And now it is time for the main event of WrestleMania 40. Time for the story to end. The undisputed WWE Universal Championship is on the line. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. They start off Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, one-on-one. And then, which Bloodline Rules was expecting the Bloodline to get involved. Of course, the first one, though, to get involved was Jimmy Uso. And then Jey Uso came up to take care of his brother. Took him on the ramp. Spear off the ramp through a table. And then a little bit after that, it is Solo Sikoa getting involved. And we get a combination Samoan Spike and Spear from Solo and Roman. And then this was a surprise. John Cena, if you remember, John Cena's last match, I believe, was against Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank. And he takes Solo out to the floor, gives him an attitude adjustment through the announce table. And then we get the final boss, The Rock. You know, these two have a history. Headlined WrestleMania 2 years in a row. And they have a face-to-face stare-down. The Rock hits John Cena with a rock bottom. And then the lights go out at Lincoln Financial Field. And then we hear the gong. Lights come back on. And we see the dead man, The Undertaker, choke slams The Rock. Lights go out. Come back on, The Undertaker's gone. And then Seth Rollins as well. I think I might have skipped past that by mistake, but we heard the Shield music. Seth Rollins came through the crowd, and with the Shield gear and everything. And then Cody and Roman. Cody hits 3 crossroads, pins Roman Reigns to finish the story and win the WWE Universal Championship. 33 minutes, 25 seconds. And then a lot of the locker room comes out to celebrate. Brandy's in the ring. Cody's mother, Michelle, his father-in-law, Brody Lee Jr., -1 is there. And Cody asks Bruce Pritchard and Triple H to both come out. Very emotional celebration. He even goes out to the floor, hugs Michael Cole. And then we have the press conference. We hear from the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, the new WWE Women's Champion, Bayley, and of course, the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and then Triple H to wrap up the press conference. And that was Wrestlemania Sunday. I thought tonight, once again, very good, just like last night. And if I had to say if one was better than the other, I think I might have to go with maybe tonight, but maybe overnight I could think and let sink in, process it a little more. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a different opinion tomorrow. And also tomorrow, the Raw after Mania, Philadelphia Wells Fargo Center. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everyone. Remember, as always, you can go in the comment section, either if you're listening to it on Spreaker or any of the other podcast apps or website, or if you're watching the video on the 360 Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel, in the comment section down below. You can go there, give your thoughts on not only tonight's WrestleMania Sunday, but Saturday as well, the Hall of Fame, or anything else that took place this weekend. Either if you watched everything on TV at home, or if you were there in Philadelphia for the big weekend. Give your live experience thoughts if you were there. That'd be pretty awesome. And also, we'll be back tomorrow morning for the Monday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to tonight's episode, last night, and all the other episodes of Good Morning Wrestling Fans and 360 Wrestling Fanatic all this week, heading in to WrestleMania and this big pro wrestling weekend. I appreciate everyone listening and watching as well. Had the video versions too. So once again, remember, tomorrow morning, good morning wrestling fans, and possibly a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tomorrow night as well, talking about the Raw after Mania. As usual, you never know what's going to happen. There could be surprises, could be debuts, NXT call-ups. You never know. But that's all for episode 580 of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Hope everyone had a great pro wrestling weekend, a great WrestleMania weekend. And until tomorrow morning for Good Morning Wrestling Fans, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.